All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to 60 minutes of Barre Fusion. I'm going to turn this music down a little bit so I can hear what I'm saying. But you need a light and heavy set of weights today, and then a red and a green stone if you haven't grabbed one for hands-on assist today. If you're comfortable, a green stone. If not, red stone will be your option there. And start to settle in today. We're going to start in a child's pose. And if I didn't already say, because I forget, my name's Staci. Subbing for Reese today. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to class. So just settling into our mats today. In that child's pose, big toes to touch, arms extended out. And finding our breath. Grounding in on this cold, chilly, snowy Saturday morning. We made it. Sometimes that's the hardest part. Really sinking back, sinking into our mats here. Inhales in through our nose, out through our mouths. Starting to leave everything outside of the room for the next 60 minutes. If you'd like to set an intention for class today, feel free to do so. It can be as simple as a word, a color, a mantra, something to come back to throughout class. Oftentimes we find that our minds start to wander or give out when things get tough, to help us bring ourselves back to that throughout class today. And as a class, we'll exhale to prepare. Inhale in through our nose. Exhale out through our mouth, setting that intention for class, continuing to breathe and settling in. On our next inhale, taking our hands over to our right side of the mat, our left possibly over our right, pushing our left hip back, nice side body stretch on our left side, releasing our shoulders and continuing to breathe here. And our next inhale, coming through center, pausing. And on our exhale to the other side, right hand possibly over our left, right hip back, releasing our shoulder, stretching through our right side body. And continuing to breathe. And our next inhale, coming through center, activating our child's pose here. Perhaps it's pushing our palms in to our mats, our forearms up, or tenting our fingertips, continuing to sink back, shoulders rolling back, continuing to breathe. And on our next inhale, taking our right hand, lifting up slightly with our left and threading our needle with our right hand over to our left side. Placing our temple to the right temple to the mat, getting a good stretch in here. on our right shoulder. Couple more breaths here. On our next inhale, coming back through center. And on our exhale, taking our left, threading it through to the right, left temple to the mat, shoulder stretch on the left side. And in our next inhale, coming back to center. Bringing our knees together here, coming up into a tabletop. Our shoulders over our wrists, our hips over our knees here. Beginning some cat-cows just to continue to wake up our spines. On our inhale, dropping our bellies, gaze up. And on our exhale, rounding our backs into a cat-like spine, continuing at your own pace, one breath, one movement. Letting this feel good. On our next inhale, coming to a steady tabletop, taking our right hand, sliding it to the front of our mats, coming back into a modified puppy pose, continuing to stretch out that shoulder, being mindful to have our hips over our knees. Deep inhale and exhale. Coming back to center, to that tabletop, changing to our left, sliding it out, finding that stretch in the modified puppy pose and our left shoulder. And on our next inhale, coming back into a tabletop, one more cat, one more cow, and continuing to come back into a kind of a hero's pose or sitting on our feet here. Circle sweep up our arms, big stretch, and taking our right hand to our left knee and our left hand back, maybe tenting our fingertips into a nice spinal twist here. On each exhale, continuing to twist a little further, gazing over our left shoulder. On our inhale, coming back to center, extending our arms up and twisting to the other side. Continuing to breathe. And on our next inhale, coming back to center and releasing. Finding a gentle seat here. We're just going to do a little bit, a little more warm up here into our shoulders and into our abs before our ab sequence starts. So we're going to go into a reverse tabletop, taking our arms to our backs here, our fingertips pointing up. Our feet are about hip distance apart, kind of like we're going to go into like we're in a bridge, but we're not laying on the way back. We're going to push up into a reverse tabletop. Being gentle on our shoulders. Just being gentle on our bodies here, starting to warm up and release. And then our next inhale, coming back up into that reverse tabletop. And releasing on our exhale. And one more time into our reverse tabletop. And coming down. Moving on to a sequence here, we're going to go into our reverse tabletop here. Then we'll come down. Then we'll go into a boat. Slow and controlled movements. Meet me here in 5, into a reverse tabletop. Exhale down, slow into a boat. If you're not there already, meet me there, slow and controlled, really activating our abs at this point. Abs are tight, kind of push them into our spine. Slow and controlled, warming up. Up into our tabletop and down into our boat. Pausing in our boat pose before moving to our next movement. And in 5, we're gonna hold in our boat pose and tap, alternating toe taps, really activating our abdomen. Boat pose with alternating toe taps in 3, 2, 1. Continuing to activate our abdomen. Slow and controlled toe taps here. Watch the tension in our necks. You got it. Really warming up here. Cassie got the room all nice and warm for us here. I know at home you're going to start to build that heat. In 5, we're going to go up and back down. So we're going to extend fully out in our boat into a low boat, back up into a high boat. Low boat and high boat in 2, and 1. Low boat, high boat. Low boat, high boat. Slow and controlled activation, being mindful. Isolation in our abs. If this is too much, feel free to go back onto your forearms here, rounding through your shoulders and just doing legs. Extending out and in with our legs. Getting this same benefit. You got it. In 5, lying all the way back, legs extended up. We're just gonna raise up and down. Legs up and down extended in 3, 2, 1. Fast or as slow as you feel you need today. Be mindful of you throughout class. You do you. You got this. Continuing to breathe. In 10, we're going to alternate our legs and do toe slides. Looking at something like this. We go down, we slide up, we go back up with our toe and back up with our extension. So down, toe slide, back up, extension. Meet me with extension, toe slides, alternating in 3, 2, 1. Down, toe slide, back up, extend. You got it. Take breaks as you need to. I will not be calling them. Mindful of your body here. You got it. If you want to challenge yourself, feel free to come up. You got it. Nice job. All right, here we go. Next change in 5. Instead of our toe slides, we're going to alternate our leg. We're going to come up, we're going to clap, come back down, alternate, clap, and as we come back up, meet me here and alternating up and clap in 3, 2, 1. Let's alternate up, clap, down, clap, clap, and down. Again, if this is too much, get rid of the clap. And just alternate those legs up and down. You got it. Continuing to breathe. Nice job. Love the breath work. Slow and control as you need to here. And 5. Extending, starting our extension up, and we're going to do our little scissors up and down. Scissors up and down in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Go as fast or as slow as you want. You can have a little bend in your knee if you need. You got it. Isolating those abs. An extension or a flex in your foot, making sure it's activated. You got it. Holding our extension, our legs extended up in 5, and rope climbing in 3, rope climbing in 2, and in 1. Here we go. Rope climbing up, alternating hand with alternating leg or foot. Again, a bend in your knee if needed. We got it. Last little bit of abs here. In 5, hold to the one side and pulse. Holding to the side and pulsing in 3, 2, 1. Holding to the side that you're on and pulse. Pulse up, pulse up, pulse up. Continuing to breathe. You got it. Last little bit of abs here. Make it count. Yes, you can. In 3, we alternate to the other side and pulse. Other side and pulse in 2, 1. Other side, pulse up. You got it. Out of this in 5, 4. You got it. 3, make it count. 2, 1, release. Full body stretch if that feels good. Maybe windshield wiper in your legs from side to side. Coming on up and meeting me at the bar. All right, a couple things to remember in bar class. I know many of you have been here before. Nice tall spine. Pelvis is tucked under neutral here. Down to the ground, so that pelvis will go down to the ground or your tailbone down to the ground. We're going to start in a first position here. Our left arm on the bar. We're just going to start with some gentle, flat-footed, parallel first position plie. So we're just going to go up and down here. More of a demi-plie, so kind of a half plie. You're not going to go as low. Really be mindful of form here. Shoulders back, chin up and parallel. No squatting. We don't want to go out. Tailbone down. Just warming up those legs here. This is bar fusion, so we're going to spend some time off of this bar. So here we're just starting with our form and starting to activate for our balance. We got this. Holding down and pulsing low. Small little pulses. In 3, 2, 1. Holding down and pulsing low. And these pulses are literally minute. I may not be able to see you. You're pulling from your glute, kind of where your leg hits your glute. Really small pulses here. Stabilization with your core. Shoulders remain back. You got it. In 5, we're going to relevate our heels. We're going to relevate our heels. We're going to stay low and we're going to keep pulsing. Relevating our heels in 2, 1, keep pulsing, relevate those heels as high as you feel. If this is not in your wheelhouse today, keep them down and keep pulsing. Challenge yourself, possibly take your hand off the bar. We're not going to be at the full bar for long. Keep breathing. In 5, we're going to stay low on our left leg, have a little bit of a bend in our knee. We're going to tap out and extend and tap back in with our right. Tap out and extend back in. Extend out and back in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Tapping out, extending back in. Tapping out, extending back in. Watching our core balance here, really pulling up and extending our spines. Being very mindful with this movement. Activation in that knee when we're extending out on our leg. Your foot can be extended or pointed. You got it. Feeling that activation in your core, holding you up. Being mindful not to dip toward the bar. Keeping yourself up as straight as you can. All right, in 10, if you feel like you want to grab one of your weights for a little extra here, I should have had you bring them up to the top. And do so. You want the weight in your right hand. Your leg is going to extend out, your arm is going to extend up, and you're going to crunch to the side. You're going to keep that bend in your left. You're going to isolate all the way through your core, through your head, through the crown of your head. We're going to crunch in 3, crunching in 2, and 1. Extend and crunch, extend and crunch, extend and crunch. You got it. If it's still too much to be up on your heel on that left foot, or if that bend is a little bit too much, make sure you have a little bend. Be mindful of your joint. Extend as high as you can. No death grips on the bar. Really try to activate your core. You got it. Yes, you can. Continuing to breathe. Activation of every muscle in that leg that you're extending and extending out. You got it. Holding out in 3 on the extension and pulsing up. Pulsing out and up. Here we go. The weight's too much, get rid of it, but we're pulsing up to the side here on that tap out, so our leg is extended. Still got that bend in that left. Chins are still parallel. Watching that so you're not bending over here on the bar. Back to those crunches and extend in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Back to that extension. We're crunching. We're extending. Crunching, extending. Keep breathing. Not hearing breathing in here. Out through your mouth relieves that heat. You got it. Shake it out as you need to. You do you. All right. In 10, we're going to go into a second position. Instead of a full extension, we're going to stay in our second position. We're just going to plie up with our weight here. Second position, step out, plieing up and down in 3, 2, 1. All right, away from the bar. Second position, plie here. Flat foot to start, or if you're feeling really advantageous, go right up to those heels. Watching for good form here. Weight can be in the front here. If it's too much, get rid of it. Just getting our body used to the second position here. Shoulders are still back. Core is still active. We're really feeling this in the back of our legs here, into our glutes, helping you pull up. Your abs are helping you pull up. Remaining stable. In 10, we're going to come up, we're going to twist, and come back down. So kind of like we did, but we're doing a full twist. Up, Our right knee will come up, we'll twist over and back down. Up, right over, twist and back down. Meet me here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's going to be slow and controlled here. Being mindful of every muscle you got going on in your body right now, what it's doing for you. A little bit of a bend in that standing leg. You're going to want flat feet here. That twist, back down. Keep breathing. Nice job. You can lose that weight at any time. In 5, holding that second position, plie down and pulsing. Second position, plie, pulsing down in 3, 2, 1. Holding it down. Again, get rid of that weight. Being mindful of your posture. Make sure your spine is as tall as you can get it. Chin is still up, shoulders are still back. In 5, we're going to raise our heels, keep pulsing. Raising our heels and pulsing in 3, 2, 1. Raise those heels, pulsing down. Here we go. Get a little lower if you can. Little bit lower. You got it. Yes, you can. Find that mantra. You got it. Maybe your heels go a little higher. Back to plies up and down in that second position in 3. Plies up and down in 2 and 1. If you're in your high heel, feel free to try it. Your core stays active. Challenge yourself. Find your challenge here. Add more weight, get rid of your weight. You got it. Heels can come down. In 5, holding those plies down and alternating heel raises. Alternating heel raises down in 3, 2, 1. Coming down on that second position, heel raises up. See how slow and controlled you can make them. Holding in with your core. Watching that movement from side to side with your heel, really isolating that in the center. Yes, you can, you got it. Looking amazing. I know you're doing awesome online, ladies. No, we're right there with you. You got this. Yes, you can. Holding that right heel up and pulsing in 3. Right heel up and pulsing in 2. 1. Holding it up and pulsing. You got it. Again, if that weight is too much, you can have it with. You can have your hands to center. You can have your hands up. You do you. It's kind of a choose your own adventure here. You got it. Left heel up in 3. Continuing to pulse with the left heel up in 2. 1. Left heel up. You got it. Woo. You got it. Releasing out of this and shaking out in 3, 2, 1. All right, shake out of it. And we got another side. Yay, another side. I see all the smiles in here. I love it. Make it a happy day. All right. This time, left or right hand goes on the bar. And instead of starting with our flat foot first, let's start with our heels up. Heels up, first position plies. So releve, plie. You got it. Heels can be as high as you can get them. You can be down on flat foot if that's better for you. Finding good form here. Parallel, press, yep. You got it, everyone. Bring in the weights if you want, more of a challenge. Wherever you can feel, do a tricep dip. Being mindful of our form. No squatting, we're looking good in here. Holding down and pulsing. In 3, 2, hold down and pulse. See if you can get your hands off the bar. Activating that core. Maybe your hands are up. Maybe they're on your waist. Got it. See if you can go a little bit lower. Heels a little bit higher. Right. And 5. Holding low and stepping out and extending. Stepping out and extending in 3, 2, 1. Stepping out and extending with that left foot, making sure your foot is pointed or flexed, making sure everything is active in that leg. You're feeling it all the way up through your glutes, your side glute, your abs. Light grip on that bar. Shaking it out to Amy Winehouse. We got it. Don't like. Here we go. Really feeling that activation. Chin still parallel, shoulders are still back. We are handsome and pretty ballerinas in here today. A light tap on the ground or no tap at all, right back in. We're feeling a little bit in the inside of our thigh here. Holding that extension out and pulsing up in 3. Extension out and pulsing in 2. 1, hold it out, pulses up. A little bit of a bend in that extended knee if you need to. Really feeling it in our glute, up through our abs. If you're feeling really adventurous, test your balance. Perhaps your right arm is up. Your standing knee or your standing leg can be heel up or down. Back to extend and bend in 3. Extend and bend in 2. Extend and bend in 1. We got it. Doing a great job, John. You got it. It's almost 2 separate movements if you think about it, because you're doing a slow and controlled step in, step out. Kind of like you're, for lack of a better word, a horse when you're stepping in. Sending back out, slow tap. All right, if you don't already have your weight, in 5, we're going to those extensions, overhead and crunching. Extend and crunch in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, extend and crunch. Again, being mindful of our dip. We're not leaning over to the bar. Job. Making sure our hip points are in the same direction on that side. A little bit of a bend, minimally in that standing leg. Being mindful of our knee. Get lower if you want an extra challenge. Keep breathing. Breathing is gone in here again. I'm not hearing it. Exhale out through our mouths, releases that heat. Got it. Yes, you can. Holding that extension out in 3, static hold in 2, 1, just hold it out here. Keep breathing. We got it. Mindful of our posture. Just like last time, we're going to move out to our second position and start the plie here. Plie up and down in our second position. Here we go. Weight can be in front, weight can be up. You can get rid of it. Second position plies, keep going, you got it. Watch our form here. Tailbone down, crown of our head up, abs are tight. Holding from our glutes, our abs. We got it. Nice. Don't want to see those booties come out. Nice form here in the studio. I'm sure there's nice form outline there, ladies. Keep it moving. Holding down in second position and pulsing in 3. Holding down and pulsing in 2. And 1. Hold down and pulse. Little pulses. Continuing to breathe. Woo. There's a hot one in here. All right, in 10, we're going to that transition, alternating side this time with that second position with the knee up and twist. So we're knee up, twist, back down. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Twist, back down into second. Twist, back down into second. You go as fast or as slow as you need. Slow and controlled, you're going to activate every muscle. Be mindful of those activation. We're not using the bar here. Really testing our balance. Get rid of the weight if it's too much. You got it. Back to our second position. Plie up and down in 3. Second position, plie up and down in 2. 1, here we go. Watching our form here. Slow and controlled. You got it. Take breaks as you need to. Be mindful of your breath. You need to take that break, just shake it off. Drink of water, come right back. Yes, you can. You got it. In 5, holding down and pulsing. Holding down and pulsing in the second position in 3, 2, 1. Hold it down and pulse. In 3, relevating our heels, continuing to pulse down. In 2, releve, pulse. 1, here we go. Just like the other side. See how high you can get those heels. Keep going. What happened to my music? Oh, there it goes. Oh, little delight. Here we go. Little groove is in the heart. Keep that pulsing down. Heels are up. My knees are cracking. All right, one more set of up and down plies in 3, 2, 1. Try and keep your heels up if you can. Maybe a little motion with your arms to help out here. Being mindful of our form. We got it. If it's too much, again, you do you. Heels can go down. We got it. Woo. Nice. Nice modifications. Marie's sporting the weights over there. John's got a weight. Abby's rocking it in the hot corner. All right. All right, holding down. We got our alternating heel raises in 5, 4, heel raises in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Heel raises. Keep breathing. In 5, we're going to hold flat-footed in our second position, plie. We're going to hold low. If you have weights, take your weights with you. You can put them behind your head. We're just going to do some side crunches here in our low position, alternating side to the side. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. You want to bring your heel up on your right foot. Start there. Feeling a little saucy. Bring that right heel up. Really isolating in our obliques here. Our lower half should stay solid, static. Moving in our abs. You got it. If you had your right up, bring it down. Left heel up. Let's go. Continue to breathe. Really feeling it. In 5, we're going to pulse that over to the right. Small little pulses. 3 to the right and 2. While we're staying down. 1 to the right. Small little pulses to the right. Got it. Keep breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. And 5. Pulses to the left. Pulses to the left in 3. Keeping low. And 1. Pulse to the left. You got it. Nice. And in 5, just for good measure, we're going to come back to center. We're going to go lift both of our heels, and we're going to hold static. Holding static in second position, low with heels releve in 3, 2, 1. Hold that second position. Heels as high as you can get them. Last little bar sequence here before we go into our arm sequence. Heel them as high as you can. Low. You got it. Yes, you can. Find that mantra. Keep holding. Let those shakes set in. You've worked so hard at this point. And releasing in 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Nice. All right, get a quick drink here if you need it. Grab our weights here for this next sequence. We're going to do a modified lunge with our arm sequence through the whole thing today, so you can feel free to not use that if it's not in your wheelhouse after that. We're going to step our right foot forward, our left foot back in an opposite plane but parallel, but not at the same plane here. We're going to take our weight. You can do your light or your heavy, whichever you want. We're going to go down just a little bit, making sure that our knee is over our ankle here, isolating our core, hip bones are forward. And we're just going to, what I call serve it out. So we're going to serve it out to the side. We're going to serve it back in. We're going to serve it to the middle. We're going to serve it back in. So join me here when you're ready, when you're set up, making sure you really are feeling it in your core and stable. Slow and controlled movements here. You're going to feel it in your biceps, a little bit in your tris, a little bit in your forearms, and of course, your lower half. Serving out, serving in the middle. Make sure your shoulders are back. Make sure your chin is up. And continuing to breathe. Now, if we're really coordinated here, keep our serving it out, serving it in. We're going to raise. We're going to releve our front heel. Test your balance here. Not in your wheelhouse? It's all right. Drop it on down. If the whole lunge thing's not in your wheelhouse, Bring it forward. Do the same thing. Just watching your form. You got it. Keep breathing. Next transition here, we're going to hold our arms out like we're serving them out. We're going to bring them in. We're just going to do our bicep curls, high bicep curls in our lunge. You can bring your heel back down if you want for this, refinding your form and your balance. Your elbows are level with your shoulders. If you can't get them there, or if you feel your shoulders hunching up, lose the weight, less weight. You can get the same feel, same benefit with no weight. Activation of your biceps. You got it. Releasing out of this, shaking out in 3, 2, 1. All right, shaking out of this, we're going to switch over, keeping your weights handy. Our left leg is going to be the forward leg here on this lunge. The right one's going to be back, finding that form that you had before. Separate planes here. Grabbing our weights that we had. We have our bar challenge for this one too. So we're going to do a little bit of a hinge forward on this, kind of like we're doing an airplane lunge here. We're going to row down and row up and a tricep dip here. So we're going to row up, tricep back. I think we're at 1.5 minutes. We're going to do 45 seconds here to start. Meet me here. Here we go. Again, making sure that our spines are extended, crown of the head up, feeling it through our back leg here, isolating those movements, continuing to breathe. You got it. 10 more seconds, and we're going to hold that tricep back. We're going to pulse up. In 3, holding back and up. 2, 1. Again, if the lunge is too much, modify with a little hinge at the waist here. Pulsing up. Little pulses up. Shoulders should be back. Looking forward on the floor here or on your mats. Okay, in 5, we're going to press in. So holding back and pressing in. In 3, 2, 1. Pulsing in. Shaking out as you need to. You got it. In 5, we got the last 45 seconds, I believe, of that bar challenge with those tricep rows. Tricep rows in 3, 2, 1. We got 45 seconds. Let's go. We got it. Make it count. Get rid of the weights if you need to. In 5, last little bit of arms here. Our arms are going to go back, and then we're going to go up. We're going to pulse up. In 3, pulsing up in 2, and 1. Last little bit, burn it out. Activate here. You got it. Last little bit, we're doing awesome. Yes, you can. Here we go. Out of this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay, everybody. We made it. Woo, that's a hot one. Good job, ladies online. I know you're doing awesome. We'll do a little bit of a cool down here. Find a wall if you have one handy. If you don't, just bring your arm in front of you here. Just do some Stretching out in those shoulders. Slowing our breath down here. And switching to the other side. All right, deep breath in. We'll do some swimmers here. So just kind of forward, arms extended like you're swimming. Keep breathing and switch to the back. All right, taking your right up into an extension or to a tricep stretch here, or whatever else feels good for your tris here. And switch into the other side. Taking a big inhale, circle sweeping up your hands here, really making it feel good, and exhaling quickly down here. Letting the forward fold feel good, shake it out a little bit, and slowly making your way down to your seat. All right. Extending both of our legs out here. Maybe taking the fleshy parts away from your sits bones here. Circle sweep up, tall spine, and exhaling, forwarding, folding over your knees. Feeling that hamstring stretch. Kind of a little bit of a bend in your knees here. You really want to feel it in your hamstrings. Bending from your waist forward here. And inhaling back up, taking your left leg and placing your foot, your inner right thigh here, kind of twisting or turning your body here so you're facing your leg, and forward folding over your right. Letting it feel good again, as much bend as you need in your knee. Did a nice job today. It was a hot one. And on our inhale, bringing ourselves back up, switching legs over to our left, and exhaling and forward folding over it, over our left leg here. And on our exhale, bringing our feet together here into a quick butterfly stretch. Our spines are extended up. Our legs can be as close, or heels can be as close to our thighs as needed here. What feels good for you to stretch out, and slowly forward folding. Maybe taking your elbows, pushing your knees down. Just go as low as comfortable to you. Not to pain. Ease up if you feel any pain. Just stretching out our inner thighs here. Continuing to breathe. And coming out of that. And coming all the way down to our backs here. Extending out to a big extended full body stretch. Doing anything here to continue to wiggle out. Maybe some wrist circles. Maybe some hip circles. A little bit of movement here for the next 30 seconds. Continuing to slow our breath down. Continuing to breathe. In through our mouths, big exhale, or in through our noses, big exhale out through our mouths. If you haven't already, making our way to our resting pose of Shavasana. If that looks like legs extended out, arms extended down to you today, make your way there. Begin to bring awareness back into our bodies. Perhaps that starts with a deep inhale in, exhaling out, fingertips to our thumbs, wiggle our toes, slowly moving into possible bigger movements into our wrists and our ankles, moving our heads from side to side. Eventually finding a full body stretch, arms extended out, legs extended long if that feels good. A deep breath in, and on our exhale, rolling to either side into a fetal position, to the right if you want more chill on this Saturday morning, left if you want more energy. Taking a few more deep breaths here, thanking yourselves for making it today for this last 60 minutes. Yes, you can. Yes, you did. And on our next inhale, if it suits you, making your way to the seat in the front of your mats. And on our next inhale, circle, sweeping up all that energy with our arms up, bringing our hands to heart center if that suits you. And the deep breath in through our noses, out through our mouths, bowing our heads. Thank you to each and every one of you, and to the ladies online. I appreciate each and every soul. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me on this wintry Saturday. Namaste. Thanks, everyone.